They'll be calling you a radical. Scientists are baffled, they're muzzled, they're mystified, they're still stumped. These fuckers are rat cowards. I'll be your new Ed Ricketts, I'll be the new Doc Ricketts, I'll do all your dirty work. It just shows you these people need to be locked up and jailed. Every one of them need, this is dereliction of duty, they're paid to do this. This is government freaking pork to the 10th power. These marine biologists, how can you still stick to this talking point at this point? How can you possibly be still sticking to this talking point at this point? They're all starving to death. I've walked all the way. I mean, the whole documentation of the death of the tide pools, of the sea lions. Look, sea lions are crossing the road. Why did the sea lion go to the other side? Because he's starving to fucking death. You know that iconic photograph by Rolling Stone all started, cull the herd, shoot the comrades. The salmons are in collapse. Over the Bonneville, they've collapsed 90%. Total collapse. It's a major ecological collapse. The tide pools are all dead. I mean, no starfish. And you know, look it up. Go to my Facebook. You see what a real tide pool looks like. The blues, the reds, the purple. They're dead. Gone. Hasta la vista, baby. So, look, the sardines have collapsed 98%. You got the salmon in total collapse. The plankton, the krill, it's gone. Fukushima, Fukushima, Fukushima. You know, you go right there. 2011, Egghead, that's UC Berkeley, excuse me, UC Davis's own photograph. I mean, look at there. The only ones, I mean, one of those guys actually walked out and says, oh, let's walk out of that. Why? Because the marine biologists, number one, they're cowards by nature. America is the home of the coward. This is the greatest coward sheep, fainting goat bunch of fucks that ever walk. So the marine biologists, look, this is their job. This is beyond the other. So the EPA is coming out now. Of all people, CNN, credibility not needed, it's got a piece out today talking about the EPA fails to do any of the work. How many what? Right there on the other side of that mountain, right there. You know, they're still in the water there at Powder Mountain. That's the Olympic downhill right there. They're in violation. All these places are in violation. What about the people that work there? You know, Flint, Michigan, where does the buck stop, really? Where does the buck stop? Gina McCarthy was head of RadNet, right? She crashed RadNet. She's head of the EPA. Why is Gina McCarthy not in handcuffs? Why does Barack the cover up of Fukushima? Where does this start? The marine biologists at Oregon State, at Cal Berkeley, they're federally funded. Even at Harvard and Yale, they're federally funded. Derelict, by law, they have to do this. Greenpeace, I don't want to talk about this as, you know, there's a great photo guy, this guy wrote the best piece I've ever seen about Diablo. We've been protesting our whole lives. You know, on that Easter weekend that I'm there, you know, we have the guy dressed up with the hair, with the, you know, holding the cross, Mothers for Peace, the military, all over us then. We've been fighting this for years and years and years and years. Thank you to Mothers for Peace. You know, it's amazing, the cowards. It's amazing that Johnny got his gun. The cowards, the sheep, they're cowards by nature anyway. So all the water issues, the water, so here's the EPA, you're doling off this money. They refuse to do their job. The marine biologists refuse, I mean, widespread I'm a fool to do your dirty, I've done the work. I've documented it. You know, under attack, I rely on public funding. You know, I need money to freaking keep on going, please. And yet I get these rats and these trolls. That's why they're called trolls in their basement. I mean, please. I mean, this is so outrageous. So now there's a report coming out. The sharks are eating the otters. As right here, I'll be in Idaho soon. Governor Otter, who I told him right to his face, how can you know, call yourself Otter? You know, it's a made-up name. His real name's not Otter. He calls himself Otter when you're responsible for a lot of the killing of the otters. The consent, they want to bring the waste here. You know, so, look, so the sharks are eating the otters now. They're going after things they never went at. I could go off story after story after story, report after report. I saw it with my own eyes. They're starving to death. Hello, how can you, look, we have this little sea lion sitting in the booth. How cute, you know, at the restaurant in San Diego. You know, crossing the road. I mean, all these animals are starving to, oh, radiation can't kill a 600,000 pound freaking gray whale. They're starving to death. Big fish eat little fish. It's been well documented. A lot of the sea lions, look, I'm the first one to start screaming about the starfish. Several years, John Kirk and I doing the work up there. You know, he was up there in Vancouver. You know, he has a paddle business, and he saw that you could physically see the plume. You know, I started reporting it, and then I started, everybody called me a liar. So I said, okay, I'm a liar, I got freaking leukemia. I'm a bone marrow transplant fighting for my life. My doctors are like, I'll just go walk it. I'll just go walk the whole ocean, which I did. You know, and everybody says, oh, the sea lions are doing great, you know, standing there at San Simeon. Oh, look, have another beer. No, they're not. You know, the rescue missions, the grassrooters are starting to come to me there. I got videos. Mama's starving to death in Alpha Cell. Marvin's, you know, and then, just like Al, I called it a meltdown day one. I called it Diani, Fukushima, all of them meltdown all over here. And I said it how many millions of times right here? They're going to wait 4 or 5 years after you're boiled nice without the frag. Everything Kevin Blanch says day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, they're going to come out. The frogs have been boiled now. How can you go along with this? I mean, these scientists are not scientists, number one. This is the University of General Electric I did all this work at. I've been blackballed here for my activism. I don't care. My purity fight. You know, I've walked those things. The tide pools are dead. The freaking sardines have collapsed. Now the salmon, which they had record numbers the last few years, but salmon go to sea for 5 years. So before Fukushima, I mean, the Colombian number, look at it, should be 1.4 million right around there, 1.5, 1.6 million, 1.2 million right around there. It's 200,000. The copper up there collapsed. I mean, it's an ecological catastrophe from hell. It's the greatest ecological catastrophe. And scientists are puzzled, they're muzzled, they're mystified, they're stumped, they're scum, they're criminals. This is beyond, look, you take in the government dime, you sign up, you got a job. This isn't just like crawling your basement in their glass house and their comfortability, fly around and think. Why do you think they all look like? I mean, these people are creeps. Creeps. You know, Noah, all of them. They don't, I cannot overstate this, because I knew Stegner personally. You know, he was having a fit. When the original Diablo Canyon was built, a lot of people don't know this. Everybody thinks the DOE made that decision. The Sierra Club made the decision to put that reactor at Diablo. Yes, you heard me right, the Sierra Club. Greenpeace is pro-nuclear. Here's what they do. They take these grassrooters, these organizations, as they get big, they just go buy them, take them over. That's a fact. Stegner was going crazy about it. The Sierra Club, you can look it up. The Sierra Club's the one that freaking put it there. Sierra Club is pro-nuclear. Freaking Caldicott's pro-nuclear. ICANN's pro-nuclear. Plowshares are pro-nuclear. Energy. They're all pro-nuclear. Why? Because they're bots. They're all pro-nuclear. Greenpeace is look, Greenpeace had boys out 100 miles off Fukushima. I reported it, that they reported they're picking up plutonium, cesium, all of it in their boys on day 40. Picking it up. Buser's KOK original study, which I put out over and over and over and over, picking up 1,000 times the background levels immediately. You know, 40 or 25 miles out, 300 meters down in the freaking thing. They're saying secret. It all gets leaked to me. Then it, you know, it's funny how these things get leaked to me, and then I'll put them out, and then they magically appear. So all these municipalities are crashed. The EPA will do nothing. What? I mean, really, what's the logical answer? They do nothing off Fukushima. The United States got. I mean, the only answer you come up with is eugenics. That's all you can come up with. They, you know, they couldn't control population on this, so let's do it on the end and mow your lives down. I can't believe this country is. We have a cancer epidemic. Scientists are puzzled, they're baffled, they're cowards. And look, it's derelict of duty. Every one of these marine biologists ought to be rounded up and tried for, you know, they ought to be put in jail. You know, I can't believe there aren't freaking tens of thousands of people protest. Well, at the academia level, like here, it's all Chinese freaking oligarchs, children supply chain. The same at Berkeley, same at Davis, that's what it all is. You know, it's University Inc., it's Cal Berkeley Inc. Use the taxpayer funded, just like the NCAA, everything else. Splash! I mean, what the hell? Warriors come out and play. Well, we're not choke artists like those Warriors in Golden State. No, we're out playing our small army. We've documented the tide pools. And keep doing what you're doing, you guys. Get your camera, get on those coasts. Like Hippie with a gun did that beautiful video on Oregon. We go, well, look, I've been on all the tide pools. From Mexico all the way to San Francisco. You won't even, I mean, to find a starfish is like a freaking, I'm telling you, it's like an ivory-billed woodpecker or a coelacanth. You know, one's been spotted on the campus here in Utah. And Kevin Blanch, the new Ed Ricketts on chemo. I mean, my God, what is the matter with you people? So now they're eating anything they can get. They're starving us. So in Oregon, call the herd, do you know they're shooting all the comrades? Do you know they're shooting sea lions? Can't be our fault, can't be, let's go fight with the natives. They closed all the salmon fishing on the entire peninsula, right in your face. Let's go to the Seahawks game. Let's go to Disneyland. Oh yeah, the Rams are moving there. I mean, it's 45 million people. You're just too busy in your shiny metal coffin going like this. I'm at Pismo. They're playing volleyball on the dead bird. All the Muirs washed up dead. Now you remember, the guy who reported the dead Muirs in Alaska, there's all those hundreds of thousands of fucking people crying. Thousands of people work for the freaking Natural Resources Departments in Alaska federally funded. It was a retired guy. He goes out there and he says, there's tens of thousands of dead mirrors. I'm the one that first started reporting that too. I says, oh, the shorebirds are starving to death on my bed, you know, right here. You know, no traction. Everybody says, oh, we'll build you playlists. We'll make videos. No, they won't. No, everybody pulled out because they're all cowards. You know, they pull back from me because this is intense. This is the real fight. This is serious shit. The fight for my life. I want to talk about, you know, and he goes up there in the Channel 11 Anchorage. He gets it to them. They go out there and do it. The feds ain't gonna do it because they're cowards. These people are cowards. They're comfortable in their life. They don't want to lose their car, their house. They don't want to be in the homeless tent cities all over LA. They see it. They go on vacation. I mean, this NAFTA, TPP, this fairy tale monarch. I like how these guys are paid to call it New World Order when it's old as Babylon. Here, Savage and these guys are all paid to call it new. When it's old, it's a monarchy. Hello, it's a monarchy. But you're going along. Johnny got your gun. I mean, how stupid is this country? How pathetically coward. America, home of the cowards. It's outrageous. You know, I got to do all your fucking dirty work. They're starving to death. I mean, how obvious is it? Hello, they're starving to death. Fuck. Everything I said, such fought my ass off the activism. I mean, you know, fuck me. People, I mean, you know, oh God, this guy, he's taking advantage. $15,000 in 2 years. You know the work I've fucking done? You got any fucking clue? If I teed up, you know what I go through trying to ward off wolves and trolls? You'd fucking, just my sights a day? While I'm walking along the fucking beach, sleeping on benches, sleeping on fucking, you have any clue where I fucking slept and the things that I've done? Think this tripod right there. I mean, at Oak Ridge, Tennessee, what I've accomplished in the last 5 years? What are you videoing me for? So here they are up there videoing me now. So it's outrageous. It's how people play. Why don't you come get in the video? Come on down here and get in it. So that's how they play. So they're cowards. It's that simple. They're cowards. You know, I got to do all the work. So I'm at Monterey walking. I'm tired. Carmel, sleeping on the beaches, whatever. The old retired marine biologist comes to me, Kevin. You know, I misstated it. I says humpbacks in the last video. They said the Greys are giving birth at Carmel. What? That's 12 to 800 miles freaking north. They're starving to death. She says, my son and daughter both marine biologists at Major California. They don't care. They don't care. I said, no, they're cowards and they're comfortability. Sir, they're not into it. You know, and these two, you know, the humpbacks didn't make it to Hawaii. They're starving. Hello. The one that washed up at San Onofre, everybody comments, says, oh, you know, I'm in San Clemente. Daryl Isis doesn't even show up to his own freaking hearing. Sneaks in the back door at just 5 minutes. I caught him. I'm onto you freaking rats. I mean, I'll do the work. Alison McFarland, nobody gets to her. No, she knows what I know. And as soon as she saw me, oh, she knows me. She's like, oh no, here we go. And she had no idea I was going to be there. But I didn't know she was going to be there. And she's like, oh God, he's got me now. Because I know what she did. I saw who she is. You know, she's out grandstanding trying to profit off this thing. You know, write her career, her book. She was head of the NRC to cover up Fukushima. She told Barbara Box to get out of her office. I mean, come on. I'm going to call these people out. I'm recording history. I'm doing all the work. The Death of the Sea, the new Ed Records on Balco. You know, it's outrageous to me what these people do. Well, I mean, what the hell? What the hell? I mean, you're with me or you're without me? Oh yeah, I'm Bush. Yeah, well you were all with him. I was a peace actor. Think I was born with these scars across my face? This is heavy work. Diablo Canyon, thank you Mothers for Peace. Blue Hearts on Valentine's. Remember when I did my gig there? You know, thank you to Dynamite for building my map on my walk. She's the, you know, geography expert. You walk here to here, you sleep here. You walk here to, she spent all that time putting that together. Without her, I wouldn't have been able to do it. You know, all the people that have been along the way. It's just me on her at Valentine's. Jane from Mother's. It's just us two in the hearing, you know, at San Luis Obispo. I mean, look at the place I've been. Look at the work. I'm here to tell you, I've walked the whole thing. I mean, report after report after report after report, the whole. I mean, this thing's a catastrophe. This is the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. The greatest event in human history. Oh no, it's just coincident post-Fukushima. You know, and everybody's apathetic in their freaking shiny coffin, in their bubble, you know, because they're cowards. It's disgusting. I'm blown away at the whole fucking thing. You know, the fight will go on. The fight will go on. Stand tuning.